Peace! Thank you so much for checking out my song. This is the video where I'm going to tell you even a little bit more about it. So here we go. But first, coffee. I love mugs that are as big as my head. Okay, so this song, The Journey Never Ends, is written from my perspective. It's written from me and who I am sitting here as a 28-year-old, almost a 29-year-old human. And I think back to my younger life. When I go into my inner space and I interact with my memories of myself as a younger child, I have this one really strong memory. I was about maybe 6 and I'm standing in the bathroom at my house and I'm brushing my hair, and at the time I had hair that was going this way. It was like parted on the side and it was going over, and it was adorable. And this memory is so vivid in my mind for some reason. It's been there my whole life. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten down this spiritual path and learning how to connect with my higher self, going through the inner child work of discovering who I am, and all these pieces of consciousness is so convoluted and twisted up inside of itself. This memory of me being a child is so vivid that I can actually interact with it. I've had experiences in meditation where I go into this memory and I'll interact with myself and I'll get responses from this little me that I could never have expected. And so it's been this kind of portal to a conversation with my own younger me. So it's me talking to me, and this is a song that I wrote from me talking to my younger me. And the message I wanted to tell my younger me is a lot of change will happen in your life. A lot of events will play out in your life. But if you could only see where you're going to go, you will never worry about those speed bumps that you will encounter along the way. Because I'm the proof. I'm sitting here in the future talking back to my past younger me, and I'm giving a message through time to my younger me in the form of this song. And so the concept that I wanted to set up in this song is that the journey will never end. And when we get onto the topic of eternity, our human mind begins to short circuit, quite literally. Because when we experience this thing called a paradox, which is something that is true in both opposite directions, that's a paradox, you then become perplexed because your mind cannot comprehend the paradox. Your mind must resolve that it is just simply a paradox, or else you spend a whole lifetime trying to solve the paradox and eventually dying never being able to solve a paradox. Or you can just recognize that a paradox is just one of the most beautiful things that nature has created. And so when we discover this idea of eternity, in my own journey, in my own experience, this is something that freaks me out, because eternity means forever. Now, then the question of how arises, which is why in the third verse the lyrics are, "Don't you give up on me now, we're right where life begins. So let's not worry about the how, just know the journey never ends." The reason why I wanted to write this song, and remember, OnenO channeled these lyrics through me, but the reason why OnenO wrote this song is because sometimes we get fixated on how we will live forever. And that's not the point. How you will live forever is already taken care of. And it's not for the human mind to logically understand. You will live forever. Your spirit has lived forever and will live forever. You're at the middle of the spectrum of above and below. As above, so below. And there is no starting and there is no stopping. And there's no stopping something that was never started. And something that was always started can never be stopped. So wherever you sit inside of this spectrum, your logical mind will try to figure it out, and it will come up with nothing. But the more you relax into the paradox of eternity, the more enjoyable the journey can become. Because once you relax into eternity, you realize that there's no end, which means there's no end goal. There's no stopping. There's only growth and expansion and becoming more and more and more of yourself and enjoying the journey more and more and more. So with that being said, this is just the tip of the iceberg as to what this song means to me, because this song came from a very deep, very real, very amazing space. And once again, OnenO is channeling through me. OnenO is not my flesh and bones. OnenO is my higher self that is channeling through me to show you guys a pure example of light and love and inclusion energies. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for watching my song. Please leave a comment and tell me what you got from the song. Like, subscribe, sign up on my email list at my website, onenomusic.com, and let's stay in touch. Until next time, oneness in sound. I am OnenO. Peace!